Daniel Screeton, owner of Screeton's Limited Chartered Accountants. Following the success of our earlier videos, today I'm going to be talking about another issue which a lot of clients often ask me about. There's been a lot of reports in the press recently about Revenue and Customs sending out letters to people regarding underpayments or overpayments of tax, often dating back several years. Now, obviously, if you've overpaid tax, then you can just sit at home and wait for them to issue you a cheque, which is fine. However, if you get one of the letters that states you've had an underpayment of tax, then the situation is quite different. First thing to say is that these things can cover several years, so the amount can be quite high. People most often affected are people who've had two jobs at the same time, possibly a job and a pension, or even two pensions. Now, if you get one of these letters, many people's first response will be to send a cheque and forget about it. However, if the amount's quite high, that may not be an option. In that case, Revenue and Customs will consider letting you pay in instalments. They may code out the tax through your tax code number. However, what I would recommend is if you do get one of these letters, it's definitely worth going to see an accountant or a tax advisor to find out A, if the amount is correct. Never assume that Revenue and Customs are always right, because they're not. And B, whether you might have a case for not paying the tax. Now, there are a couple of situations where Revenue and Customs will decide that you do not have to pay the tax. The first situation is where you can prove that Revenue and Customs had information which would have allowed them to deduct the right amount of tax from you, and they did not use it promptly. In that case, it may be that they have to write off the tax, and it's something definitely worth looking into. The second situation is where Revenue and Customs have passed on information to the employer or the pension provider to enable them to deduct the right amount of tax, and then the employer or pension provider has not done that. In that case, Revenue and Customs can make them pay the liability rather than you. So my main advice would be, if you have one of these letters regarding underpayment of tax, please get in touch with me here at Screeton's Limited. Give me a call on 01827 715 264, email info@screetons.co.uk, or visit www.screetons.co.uk. We have dealt with a few of these cases and have been successful on more than one occasion. Thank you.